You're live at the Results Operations Center here in Midrand. My thanks to my colleague, Masakekana, live for us there at the Randburg headquarters. I'm sure you are enjoying the beauty of what we keep showing you, the travel between that studio where Masakekana is to the Results Operations Center here. I don't think there's any other channel that's showing you this much detail. All right, talking about the detail that we are being served from the Oak Studios. Joining me now for analysis of what we have just heard from the IEC is Professor Kealeboga Maphunye. He is with the Department of Political Sciences at UNISA, and he joins us now. Prof, I'm talking about some of the stuff that our headquarters in Randburg are feeding us. I looked at the stat. 2019, there was a 73% turnout just on special votes. With the, I said, teething problems to Mosotho Miepe, who said there moments ago, and he said, no, don't call it teething problems. It is what happens. This is part and parcel of an election period. Given what we are experiencing, or what we have experienced over the past 2 days of special voting, do you think that at least the special voting passage, will it exceed that 73% turnout, or you think it may come under? What factors could influence either or?
It's a very difficult one to call, Tony, because when I listen to some of your earlier reports, even during the day on this very channel, indications of some people, especially the elderly in some townships, not being able to be reached by the IEC, not because the IEC didn't want to reach them, but because there were teething problems or whatever problems you might call them, obstacles here and there. It might go down deep a little bit, and that's my initial hunch. However, I've learned that don't ever make early prejudgments about an election once it's still going on, because remember, those ballots are still going to be counted. And it is only once they are counted that we will have a full picture. We might just be listening to, a few grumbles here and there, but actually we need to make sure that we remember the CEO, the Chief Electoral Officer, Mr. Mosotho Miepe, a short while ago when he was giving us a report. Remember, he said that one small thing doesn't, become the whole.
We mustn't generalize.
Yeah, we mustn't generalize. We must know that one incident might just be what it is, an incident. So what about the rest of the other people who were able to cast those special votes? By the way, including myself, because that's why I knew I would be here even tomorrow, so I had to go apply for a special vote. And it went flawlessly without any problems, very smooth.
I have to admit as well, when I went for my special vote on Monday, I probably was the only person inside that voting station, of course, having seen other people come and go. So very quick, smooth, I can't fault them. However, let us talk about the incidents that are taking place that should be a matter of concern, that directly impede the work of the IEC. When you hear presiding officers being accosted, when you hear presiding officers being visited in the dead of night by individuals who are saying, give us an account of what the storage space looks like in terms of voting material. Why do people do that? And worse so, if indeed it is found out and certified that it is political party members who are doing that, because that's out of order.
That is out of order, but in the language of election management and electoral legislation, that is prohibited practice. You can look at the Electoral Act sections 91 to 998. All of them speak about incidents such as this, which actually generally undermine the integrity of an election. And you say, why do they do that? I don't know, actually. Part of it is personality issues. Some people expecting to be, given a hiding by the voters on voting day, so they choose nefarious we political scientists call them Machiavellian tactics. You know, those tactics that people say you can bite and you can, use all other, nefarious ways to win, as long as in the end you win. That is not fair. So, and I've seen it when I observe elections in many parts of, Africa, in Kenya, for instance, where things like this happen. Nigeria, in money elections and all these, extra electoral issues have an impact, a serious impact on the integrity of the election at the end of the day. So they are very, very important, and I'm glad that when the chairperson was here, even the CEO, there was this issue around the role of electoral observers, which obviously has to bring in the checks and balances to the whole equation. Yeah.
Very quickly, Prof. Law enforcement. I don't think that they should let anything go to chance. Do you think they're up to the task?
I think so far so good. They are up to the task, because I've been looking at the net joins, the issuing of the statements and so on. In short, I think we have got an election that up to now we can say that is safe and secure, but there's always that element of surprise in an election, and they must be prepared and be up to the task.
All right. Professor Kealeboga Maphunye is going to be with us for the better part of the night.